welcome to my channel. So I'm back with another story time, and yes, this is a story time. So this story is going to be about a bad bus experience. And no, I do have a story time about a bus experience that happened to me here in El Paso, okay? But that's not what I'm talking about. No, 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 no. I do have another bus experience. It's not a regular bus. We call it, I think they call it like limousine buses. And that's what I'm going to be talking about today, okay? Before I start, I am going to be drinking throughout my video. And today I am pre-recording this video, so I'm going to be drinking the same thing as my last video. It is a miche. It's ready for me, okay? So that's what I'm going to be drinking today. So if you want to drink with me or anything you guys want, go get them and let's get started. Salud. Okay, so let's just get started. Okay, I want to do this really quickly because I have to film another video all over again. So let me just tell the story así de voladita, okay? Okay, so let's get started, okay? So I have talked about this before. My family is very religious, okay? So we've been to a couple of churches here in El Paso. I am going to talk about the first church ever that we started going to. That's the one I'm going to talk about today, okay? So this specific church that we went to, I was basically a baby, okay? We started going to this church. And my mom met a lot of people, but one of the ladies that she met, we're gonna name her Judy, okay? So she met Judy. Judy wasn't just my mom's friend. Something bigger happened, okay? And it has to do with my family, and it's a big chisme. But I can't tell you, okay? I'm so sorry. But just know that this lady, Judy, was definitely involved with my family drama, and my mom, okay? They became best friends. They were, hanging out. She had two daughters. Judy had two daughters. So I would talk to these daughters and I would hang out with them, okay? But one day, Judy decided to leave. So she was leaving El Paso. I don't remember why, but she was just leaving, okay? She was going somewhere else. My mom was pretty upset, but she said her goodbyes and that's it. One day, my mom receives a call from Judy, and Judy tells my mom, like, hey, my oldest daughter, she's gonna turn 15 years old, and we're gonna make her a quinceañera. So you guys are invited if you guys wanna come and celebrate her quinceañera. And my mom was like, yeah, of course, like, we are so down to go and visit you guys over there where you live. She tells me, hey, get ready. We're gonna go to Judy's house and her daughter's gonna have a quinceañera. I'm gonna make the cake. So she just telling me all these plans, right? Back then, we didn't really have money. I mean, I don't have money right now. Not poor, but not enough to get an airplane ticket, okay? So my mom, what she did is that she decided to get a bus ticket. So a limousine bus. That means that it's like a huge bus that takes you, to wherever you want, basically. And my mom said, she was all like, it is gonna take us longer to get there. It's about like 1 day and a half, almost 2 days on the road. But it's gonna be great. It's gonna be easy cruising. I don't have to worry about driving. Someone else is gonna drive us. So it's gonna be just chilling like a villain, okay? And I was like, all right, mom, like, you got this. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's have fun, right? The day comes and we end up getting into this limousine bus situation. And I remember, girl, okay, desde que entramos al bus, like, the bus driver, the guy who's driving us, started hitting on my mom, okay? He started telling my mom, like, you girls look like sisters. Are you girls sisters? And I kind of look at my mom, and I was like, what? I'm 13, you're 40. Like, just kidding. My mom was like 30. But I was like, I'm 13 years old. What you mean? We're sisters. And of course, my mom was all like, oh, haha, thank you. The bus driver was flirting with my mom until it was time for us to go. Okay. So everybody gets on board. The bus driver stops flirting with my mom. We sit in the front seats, okay? We don't like sitting in the back because it stinks over there because of the freaking restrooms. So we sit in the front, literally like behind the bus driver, okay? So we end up sitting, getting ready, people are coming inside the bus, and I've noticed that an older gentleman, okay, a white older gentleman, stood right behind us, and then next to him was an older darker skin lady. That's how I want to say it. And before you judge me and be like, how come you're like mentioning this? I'm like, yeah, because it's part of the story, okay? I am not being like rude or anything. I'm just letting you know because you kind of have to know this, all right? So they come in, they sit behind us, all right? And everybody else sits. That's it. The bus takes off. All right. About an hour passes by, 2 hours pass by, and then 3 hours pass by, and all of a sudden, we start smelling something weird. What's that smell? Are we near the restrooms? Like, why does it smell like farts? Girl, all of a sudden, the guy behind, the white guy behind us, starts farting and farting and fart almost all of the way to our rest stop. Okay, he's just farting and farting, and my mom starts to notice this, okay, because it starts to stink. Apesta, apesta, apesta. And so of course she starts to make note of this, and she starts smelling around, and when she turns around she noticed that it was a guy from the back. Okay, so she kind of already has her eyes right on him. Okay, so she knows and takes note that this dude is being nasty, and so like we can't really say anything to him, so we kind of just like this the whole way to the rest stop, okay? So, anyways, he's farting, he's doing the most. Then, and this time, all of a sudden, I just start hearing like a commotion and arguments. And all of a sudden, I just hear like, get off of me. And so I am like super confused. And like the white guy behind us starts arguing with the lady and like pushes her off of him. Like, I don't know what was going on, okay? It was just a commotion. I kind of freaked out, all right? I was like, what is going on? So the bus driver decides to just stop, okay? Just stop and say, you know what, we're gonna take our break now because I don't know what's going on back there. So he ends up just stopping, right? And so we all get off, and me all confused porque no sé qué está pasando, like I turn around and I look at my mom and I was like, what's going on? How come the guy that was farting a lot started to argue with the lady next to him? And so, girl, my mom gives me all the chisme because I told you that he was farting. Well, because of that, my mom started to pay attention. So she noticed that the white guy was sitting, right? And so the lady right next to him fell asleep. And when she fell asleep, she kind of leaned over in his shoulder. And he didn't like that, okay? Can we guess why? Why? Okay, yeah. She ended up leaning against his shoulder, and he ended up pushing her off of him and started yelling at him and making a huge commotion. So I was like, I was like, why? Why couldn't he just say like, hey, excuse me, can you move? My mom looks at me, okay, because I am so young and innocent and doesn't understand the hatred, the hate in this world that is super sad, all right? And so she looks at me and she's all like, Mija, the reason why he got upset like that was because of the color of her skin, okay? And she tells me this and I was like, why are people like that? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. And she's like, Mija, it is what it is. So, girl, after that, like everybody kind of cooled down and we had our time to kind of relax, go to the restroom, and just breathe a little after that freaking fight over there. Okay, so then everybody starts going into the bus and we're getting ready to leave. When I get there, I noticed that the guy behind us was already there. The lady wasn't there. And so there was a man there, a white man. I look at my mom and I was like, what happened? Like, what happened to the lady? She looks at me, she tells me, Mija, they sent her to the back. The man requested someone else to sit behind him, specifically a guy that is the same color as him. I look at my mom and I was like, are you serious? She said, yes. Complete shock to me. I was like, what? This made me so mad. So the whole bus ride was just so intense because of that situation. And then after the whole fight and after everything, I tenía su beer, okay? I tenía su beer because yeah, beer is gonna help everything. Yeah, I lo tenía con él ahí tomando. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I hope he does not get violent and start making a big deal and a big scene. Like, I just hope that doesn't happen. Girl, it didn't, okay? Thank God, because we had enough with him with his farting and his arguing, okay? So after that, nothing happened. Everything just, calmed down. A day passed, and now a second day. We were on the road for 2 days, almost 3 days. It took forever to get to our destination, all right? But we finally get there. We go to the quinceañera and a little drama happens, okay? So if you want to know that part, let me know. I'll tell you that story. But yeah, I just want to tell this story so you could be aware of just how people are out there and just my experience in experiencing this discrimination against people with different skin tones. But this is gonna be the end for this story, all right? It was a lot, okay? It was a lot, but I hope you guys enjoy this video. I am gonna be having more story time videos, book reviews, movie reviews, show reviews, de todo, okay? So if you're into that content, please stay and subscribe to my channel, like my video, do all those YouTube things for me, please. And yeah, thank you so much for watching my videos. I really do appreciate that. And I'll see you in the next video, okay? Bye.